Welcome to Brain Vision.
Alright guys, let's focus on question 1. So the question 1 was asking us the net heat radiation removed from a person if the surroundings temperature is 18 degrees and the skin's temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we know we can come up with such equation which is H equal to A times sigma times E times T to the power 4 minus T prime to the power 4. H is the heat current, A is the surface area, sigma is the Stefan constant, which is about 5.67 times 10 to the negative 8 watts per meter squared times Kelvin to the power 4. E is the emissivity, which is equal to 1. T is 30 degrees Celsius. I convert it into Kelvin, which is 303 Kelvin. T prime is 18 degrees Celsius, which is 291 Kelvin in unit Kelvin. Okay, and since the whole point for question A was trying to figure out the heat radiation per second. Okay, so simply H, which is the heat radiation, another term, heat current, which is simply equal to A, which is 2.0 meters squared times 5.67 times 10 to the negative 8 watts per meter squared times Kelvin to the power 4 times 1 times 303 Kelvin to the power 4 minus 291 Kelvin to the power 4. And this should give us H is equal to 143 watts. Okay, so that's the answer for the first question. For question B, it was asking us, so what is the person's basal metabolic rate? And we know that the rate, we know that 80% of the energy produced by the metabolism goes into heat. Okay, and from the last question where we figure out the heat per second was 143 watts. So since it's the ratio is 80%, so SA N is equal to 80%. That means that metabolic rates. Let's say let's use a symbol real quick. Well, let's use U to stand for the metabolic rates. Okay, which is equal to H divided by N, since UN is equal to H. Okay, because it was saying that 80% of the metabolic rates. Yeah, 80% of metabolic rate was converting to the heat. So if we plug in the value here, we'll get 143 watts divided by 80%, and that should give us 178 watts for the metabolic rate. Okay, and that's my answer for this question. Thank you.